Alaikum. In this video I'm going to talk about the temporal fossa. So temporal fossa is on either side of the skull. So temporal fossa, it has got certain boundaries. So it has got anterior boundary, superior boundary, posterior boundary and inferior boundary. Here you can see a very vague line. This is called superior temporal line. Then likewise we have got inferior temporal line. So superiorly this temporal fossa is bounded by superior temporal line, and this superior temporal line becomes continuous with the zygomatic arch. Then we have got inferior temporal line as well. So superiorly this fossa is bounded by the superior temporal line, and posteriorly it is also bounded by the superior temporal line. Then anteriorly this fossa is bounded by the zygomatic bone and frontal bone, frontal process of the zygomatic bone, and then frontal process of the zygomatic bone and zygomatic process of the frontal bone. This is zygomatico-frontal suture. And inferiorly you can see this bone is bounded by the zygomatic arch. So in again the boundaries are superior temporal line superiorly, posteriorly superior temporal line, and anteriorly zygomatic bone, zygomatico-frontal suture and frontal bone. And inferiorly we have got zygomatic arch. This zygomatic arch is again having a suture. This is temporal process of the zygomatic bone, and this is zygomatic process of the frontal bone. Actually they make a suture here. So this is rest is the floor of the temporal fossa. This fossa is occupied by the temporalis muscle and temporal fascia, and from now onward I would go for the colored skull so you could have a better understanding. This process is called pterion, where actually four bones unite: frontal bone, parietal bone, greater wing of saphenide, and temporal bone, squamous part of the temporal bone. This is called pterion, H-shaped pterion. The clinical significance of this pterion is that middle meningeal artery, it's present in its groove on the internal side at the pterion. So whenever pterion has got injury or side of the skull, actually middle meningeal artery, it ruptures. Here you can see the four bones uniting. H-shaped suture is being formed, which is called pterion. This is frontal bone, this is parietal bone, this is squamous part of the temporal bone, this is greater wing of the saphenide bone. So here actually four bones unite, they form H-shaped suture, and this H-shaped suture is called pterion. So this rest of the and this temporal fossa and infratemporal fossa, they communicate with each other through the deep to the zygomatic arch. From this is the zygomatic arch, deep to this temporal fossa and infratemporal fossa, they actually communicate each other. Thank you very much.